What if the reason you lose is not because you're not smart enough, but because you couldn't wait few seconds longer? What if the difference between a blunder and a brilliance is simply patience? Welcome to Beyond the Board, where we explore how chess shape the mind, transform lives, and influence not just how we play, but how we live. I am Mr. Tender Chess, the chess advocate. Today's question is deceptively simple but profoundly powerful. Does chess teach patience, or do you need an already developed patience to excel in chess? Think about it. Is patience the result of playing chess, or a requirement to play chess properly? Stay with me because the answer might change not just how you view chess, but life in general. Let me tell you a quick story. A young player sits across the chessboard, confident, sharp, aggressive. He sees an opportunity, a quick attack. Without thinking deeply, he strikes. 10 moves later, checkmate. Not for him, but against him. He has been checkmated. He lost. When asked what went wrong, he said, I saw the move, but I didn't wait to see the consequences. This is the cost of impatience. Let's start here. Does chess actually teach patience? The answer is simple yes, but not gently. Chess teaches patience the hard way through consequences. Number one, the pain of rushing. In chess, impatience is punished instantly. You move too fast, you miss a threat. You attack too early, your position collapses. You don't calculate properly, you lose materials. There is no hiding on the chessboard. In chess, mistakes are there waiting to be made. And most of these mistakes comes from rushing. Number two, the discipline of waiting. Strong chess players don't look for move. They wait, they observe, they calculate, they evaluate. Sometimes the best move is not the most exciting one. Sometimes it's simply the most patient one. The hardest move to find on the chessboard is the quiet move, not the move that captured the queen, not the move that checkmated the king. Those moves are usually obvious. The quiet one that happened 4 5 moves before the queen was captured or the king was checkmated. That quiet move that looked harmless, but it initiated the whole attack. That is the move. That is the hardest to find on the chessboard, and it needs a lot of patience to find such a move. Chess forces you to slow things down, even when your instinct is screaming inside, move now, move now. Number three, learning through repetition. After losing enough games due to impatience, something changes. You begin to double check your moves, think one step further, resist the urge to rush. Patience becomes a trained behavior. So let me ask you, if a game repeatedly punishes impatience and rewards careful thinking, won't it eventually train you to become patient? Hold your thoughts because now we flip the board. Now, the other side. Do you need an already developed patience to excel on the chessboard? This is where things get interesting because the answer is also yes. Number one, calculation requires stillness. To calculate in chess, you must pause. You must sit with uncertainty, explore possibilities, resist quick conclusions. Impatient players struggle here because they want immediate answers. And chess don't reward speed. Rather, chess rewards accuracy. Number two, long-term thinking. Chess is not all about the next move. It's about the next five moves, the next phase, the end game. This requires patience. You must delay gratification. You might have a tempting attack, but the best move is to develop your position slowly. Good players make good moves, but great players wait for the best move. Number three, emotional control. Impatience is not just about speed, it's emotional. I'll break it down. Frustration. You're frustrated because your queen has been captured. So at that point, nothing makes sense to you until you get your revenge, until you capture your opponent's queen back. So at that point, any move that seems to you like this move can get me closer to capturing this queen, that is the only moves that you pay attention to. Now, anxiety. You're just so anxious. You see a position and you believe something good must come out of this position. This attack must lead me to a checkmate. You think you've seen a mating net, but it was just a mirage. All this leads to rushed decisions. So, to be good at chess, you must control your emotions. This is patience in its purest form. So, now let me ask you, if someone lacks patience, can they master the game that constantly requires deep thinking and emotional control? Now, here we are again. Two truths. Chess teaches patience, and bringing an already developed patience to the chessboard makes you a better chess player. Now, between these two, which one comes first? Now, here's the real answer. You don't need perfect patience to start chess. But chess teaches you patience along the line if you truly want to improve. It's a journey. You begin impatient, you lose, you learn, you adapt. Now, this is the growth circle. You rush, you lose. You reflect, you slow down. You improve, you start winning more games. You become more patient. Chess doesn't demand perfection. Chess demands growth. Now let's take this beyond chess. This is where it gets powerful. In business, impatience leads to bad investments, poor decisions, missed opportunities. But patience allows strategic planning, better timing, long term success. In academics, students rush assignments, exams, learning process. But patience leads to deeper understanding, fewer mistakes, and better results. In life, relationships, careers, personal growth all require patience, and chess becomes a training ground. Chess is life in miniature. Every lesson applies. That is, every lesson on the chessboard applies to the way we live our lives. Now, let this sink. Patience is not the ability to wait, but the ability to keep a good attitude while waiting. In chess, as in life, rushing leads to regret. The board rewards those who think, not those who react. Now, let's break this down with some real questions. Can chess make an impatient person patient? Yes, if they are willing to grow. Why do beginners struggle with patience in chess? Because all they are looking at is quick wins, not long term strategies. Is playing fast chess like Bliss bad for patience? Not necessarily, but it must be balanced. If not, it can reinforce impulsive habits. What's that one habit you need to develop on the chessboard that will help build patience? Always ask, what is my opponent threatening before you make your move? If you want to build patience through chess, you must slow down your moves, analyze your losses, play longer time control, practice thinking before acting. And most importantly, embrace mistakes as a lesson and not failure. So let's answer this question one last time. Does chess teach patience, or do you need an already developed patience to play chess better? The answer is both, but in sequence. You start off with little patience, and chess builds the rest. And maybe, just maybe, the real purpose of chess is not to teach you how to win games, but to teach you how to wait for the right moment. If this episode made you to think differently, share it with someone who needs a reminder to slow things down. Because in a world that moves too fast, the ones who win are often the ones who wait. This is Beyond the Board, where every move is a lesson. I remain Mr. Tender Chess, the chess advocate. Go play some chess. Until next time.